This week on Your City Now, we reflect on the pandemic in Denver and a year like no other in our city. That's just ahead on Your City Now.
We are issuing a stay-at-home public health order for the city and county of Denver.
With those words, our city began a year like no other, and Denver began a 47-day stay-at-home order to protect our community and families.
The reason for who I stay home is my son. He's still not here. He's 9 days past due.
As well as to give our hospital workers a chance to save lives.
The environment in the ICU is very strange. Patients are face down, most of them intubated, completely unconscious. They are completely alone for weeks.
Our streets were empty, as were many grocery store shelves.
Towards the beginning of the virus outbreak, they were pretty chaotic and hectic. Customers would come in and buy in bulk, and they would do it quickly and early.
This surreal and difficult year touched each and every one of us in Denver, and life will be forever altered. We have learned to live alongside this virus, but we must remember that it has infected over 63,000 Denver residents and taken nearly 800 of our friends, family, and neighbors.
It's been an extremely challenging year. I am grateful for every day that I get to be alive.
On the one-year anniversary of the pandemic, during a moment of silence for those who passed, the city's clock tower tolled once for every month that Denver has endured. Mayor Hancock, who has been at the center of the city's efforts throughout 2020, reflects back on a year of COVID.
In the early days of COVID-19, it was a lot of concern because we were fighting a virus. We didn't know to what extent it was going to impact Denver. Obviously, our stress levels started to rise because we saw people dying from this virus. So we had to summon the courage and begin to make some of those tough decisions. There are a few times in life where you know you have to make a decision, and no matter what decision you make, it's going to impact someone's life or a lot of people's lives. Shutting down the economy was the hardest decision without question. I'm proud of Denver residents, first and foremost, that they listened innately and followed whatever guidance we gave, which was based on science. We just saw the great work and compassion of human beings in this city, and that warmed my heart, and I will never forget what I witnessed firsthand.
There are so many personal stories of sacrifice and renewed faith during the pandemic. The mayor's director of regional affairs, Jordan Sowers, has been sharing her personal experience with COVID-19 and encourages everyone to get vaccinated.
I contracted the virus early on, probably about last March at this point. We were down working for the EOC, which is the Emergency Command Center, in which I just started feeling super tired. And a lot of my family members actually contracted the virus. We had endured such a significant amount of loss, and my fear was that it would continue to grow in my family. So I worked really diligently not only to vaccinate my family, but the community overall through our various sites. When it becomes your time to get vaccinated, especially for my generation who think we're invincible. We can carry the virus and give it to our grandparents, our great aunts and uncles, and that will be such a detriment. But I think also it's important that we spend time to identify those members within our family and help them access the system and work to get them the vaccination.
In early December, Governor Polis accepted Colorado's first shipment of vaccine.
I've been waiting to do this signature for 9 months.
Weeks later, the mayor outlined Denver's three-pronged vaccine distribution plan, with special emphasis on equity. So as spring of 2021 arrived and citizens started to have a bit of hope, the mayor still sounded a note of caution.
We should all have a little optimism that this pandemic is coming to a close in the months ahead. However, that doesn't mean that we can let up. In fact, protective measures have never been more important to keep our numbers low.
We do want to see sustained and durable decrease in transmission in our community so that any chance that the virus would have to break through is minimized.
Please keep wearing your mask, keep social distancing, and keep washing your hands.
You can catch new episodes of Your City Now every Friday. Thanks for watching, Denver.